Hello everyone, welcome to today's deep dive. Today, we're going to deconstruct a truly captivating classical text. This document explores the intricate web of cause and effect karma and tells a marvelous story set during the final hours of the Buddha's life on earth. If you're like me and love content that is logically rigorous, yet narratively gripping, the kind that completely expands your worldview, then you are definitely in the right place. Ready? Let's step into this grand cosmic vision hidden within ancient literature. The final countdown to cosmic holdouts. Let's fast forward straight to the climax. The final countdown to the Buddha's parinirvana, great nirvana. Picture the scene. The world's greatest teacher is in his final moments. Yet, on his to-do list, there are two people left to handle. You might wonder, why these two? What force compelled the Buddha, even while enduring the final stages of physical illness, to hold on just for them? These two individuals represent extreme opposites. King Atiharsha, living high above, in the Tristramsha heaven. He is incredibly arrogant and obsessed with music and sensory pleasure. He even had the audacity to say, if the Buddha wants to see me, he can come find me himself. Subhadra, an ascetic on earth. Originally self-righteous, he has now fallen into utter despair, desperately trying to reach the Buddha's bedside at the very last second. One is drowning in pleasure, the other is drowning in regret. Talk about a contrast, the Udambara countdown. In this story, time is measured by a doomsday clock, the Udambara flower. In the garden where Subhadra resides, this flower's life cycle carries heavy significance. Sprouting symbolized the Buddha's birth. Blooming symbolized the Buddha's years of teaching. Withering, now, the flower is wilting rapidly. This provides a visceral sense of urgency. For Subhadra, it's a ticking clock, tick-tock, announcing that the Buddha is about to depart. The celestial duel, a lesson in arrogance. While Subhadra was panicking on earth, things were chaotic in the heavens. Sakra, the lord of Devas, had pleaded with King Atiharsha 3 times to pay his respects to the Buddha. Atiharsha's response, I'm busy playing music, maybe later. Does that sound familiar? It's the ultimate case of procrastination. He held a golden ticket to the ultimate truth. It was an epic celestial battle of the bands. As they played, the strings began to snap, one by one. Eventually, all of Atiharsha's strings were broken, and he could no longer make a sound. But the Buddha, he continued to play perfect music on a stringless lute. In that moment, Atiharsha's pride shattered. The Buddha defeated him in the one area he took the most pride, in a precision-guided ego-shattering education. Subhadra's awakening and the 5 miracles. Back on earth, Subhadra saw the Udambara flower wither and finally woke up. He realized the flower hadn't bloomed for his sake, but for the Buddha's. He rushed to the city, was eventually granted an audience, and attained enlightenment in record time, because he couldn't bear to see the Buddha pass away. Subhadra decided to enter Nirvana first. Before passing, he set 5 encrypted conditions for his cremation. Floodwaters would block non-believers. Only true believers could move or light his pyre. The fire could only be extinguished with milk. Outsiders would not even be able to see his ashes. These miracles served as a multi-factor authentication of his enlightenment, ensuring no false teachers could exploit his legacy. The karmic ledger. Why these two? Now, let's dig deeper. Why did the Buddha exhaust his last bit of energy for these two? When we look at their karmic ledger, we see that none of this was a coincidence. Their current identities were shaped by ancient vows. 1. The trap of leaky vows. In a past life, during the time of Kassapa Buddha, King Atiharsha was a poor man who envied a wealthy royal musician. He used his accumulated merit to wish for wealth and musical talent. Concept. This is a leaky vow, like a leaking bottle. He traded pure spiritual merit for fleeting worldly pleasure. His success became a blindfold that nearly cost him his liberation. 2. The vow of going first. Subhadra's past was a series of being left behind. He was once a boy named Waiwu, whose friend went off to practice without him. In many lives, the Buddha as a horse or a lion had sacrificed his life to save Subhadra, because Subhadra hated the feeling of being left behind. He once swore a poisonous oath, whenever the Buddha appears in the future, I will enter Nirvana before him. The events of that final night were the 100% accurate execution of that ancient code, the unfailing promise. There is a beautiful line in the text spoken by the past Buddha to the young boy. My intention was never to abandon you at the time of Nirvana. I am simply waiting for the conditions to mature. The Buddha wasn't ignoring them. He was waiting for the perfect moment when the gears of karma aligned to catch them. This level of compassion stems from the Buddha's own past lives, like King Shibi, where he cut his own flesh to save others. Reflecting on our own code. As we wrap up, let's bring this back to ourselves. If your deepest desires today, whether for money, fame, or talent, were to act as the source code for your future lives, what would you become? Would you be like King Atiharsha, gaining the whole world but nearly missing the only thing that matters? This text isn't just a collection of ancient legends. It's a mirror. It asks us to examine our wish lists and the blueprints of our lives. Thank you for joining me for this deep dive. I'll see you in the next analysis.